how can we achieve this software development lifecycle, collaborative lifecycle management while developing and delivering the software? And naturally, how do we get connected to our enterprise data? So let's try to understand these challenges one by one. So what we did is we understood the opportunities that are available for the organizations and for the businesses, and we understood what are the factors that are driving this faster mobile application delivery from a business angle, and we also understood that what are the challenges that exist in terms of accelerating the mobile application delivery. It's not going to be so easy because it's a very complex world, complex scenarios. Let's try to understand one by one these challenges and discuss about these challenges, and see that, okay, how do we overcome these challenges by using IBM set of portfolio. That's what we're going to discuss for next 15 to 20 minutes, everyone. The first challenge is what we said. You want to accelerate your mobile application delivery across the platforms. You want to make sure that improve the time to market. How do we do that? If you compare our desktop application, starting from your VB and other applications, desktop applications, and then move to web applications, and then now the agile world, correct? The mobile applications. Mobile is pushing the businesses, the nations, the users. It's pushing the boundaries, and there's a huge paradigm shift that's happening in terms of mobile development and the consumption. If you remember your good old days, the JSP development, Java J2E development, or any packaged application development also, or consulting for that matter, the delivery used to be in months and years. Now those days are gone. Any applications, whether it's a consumer applications or the enterprise applications, you have new features that's getting enabled, Google Glass coming up, new technologies, new devices, integration, hybrid applications, and time to market has come down from months to weeks, and the frequency of updates has come down from months to once in a week or 2 times in a week in terms of the updates or the upgrades that's been happening. So how do we do this? What's been happening was in a traditional world, when we were doing this iterative approach, now we are following this agile methodology for this software development, for these continuous integration, continuous testing, continuous planning, DevOps, development operations. There are so many jargons that's been coined to improve the delivery of these software in both Java internet world and the mobile applications world. But what we missed in terms of the mobile application development is it's not going to be just you open up an IDE, start writing a Java code in terms of Android or Objective-C code in terms of iOS. Traditionally what we've been doing, we need to make sure that we have a methodology or a process and complete software engineering lifecycle or application lifecycle management platform to develop and deliver these mobile applications faster. Okay, and that's what I have seen, and we have seen as an IBM as an organization in most of the mobile application development places. We understand that, okay, this is very agile in nature, but what we've been suggesting and been discussing with many of our clients is the best thing is having this process in place, process driving your mobile application development, automation and the platform driving your mobile application development in turn will help you in terms of accelerating this mobile application developer. So it's not just a coding. That's one of the takeaway from this particular today's webinar. It's mobile application development. It's not just coding. Open up the IDE and just code and do the unit testing and build the solution. You have great user experience has to be built. Great requirements has to be captured. You have to manage the defects, correct, which are coming. Major releases, build automation, versionizing them, test automation, functionality testing. How do we do that? device testing, probably using device anyway, other kind of solutions. So it's a team game and it's a complete platform. That's what we're looking at. And let me introduce a French IBM mobile development lifecycle solution. See, what we've been doing is, again, it's a transformational software development platform. It's a completely web-based solution built using Web 2.0 technology. It's a Facebook way of developing and delivering mobile application software. It acts as a one-stop shop of the software. It has got requirements definition and management, test asset management. It has got test automation solutions, project planning, agile project planning, build and release management for multiple platforms for Android and iOS, build definition management, and naturally, as part of this solution, we do have mobile application development solution called as a Worklight. All these capabilities come together as a web-based solution and provides you collaborative platform. What do I mean by collaborative platform? It's something like a Facebook way of development and delivering the software. Imagine you're part of the Facebook community, social networking community, or a LinkedIn community. Any updates, you are notified. Any photos, you can comment. The same way, any new requirements, any new defects flowing into your platform, irrespective of the geolocation, build getting failed, you can do a collaborative debugging, collaborative build management, chatting, video communication. All those communications gets archived as part of your project delivery model, lifecycle traceability and impact analysis, and naturally developing the software. We'll get into all these things one by one. So what I'm trying to emphasize, what we are trying to discuss today is mobile application development. You want to accelerate the delivering process, make sure you have the platform in place. Okay, that's again next generation platform. Make sure automation in place and process driving the factor rather than doing everything in an ad hoc basis. Okay, what are the features that influences in terms of improving the time to market? Lifecycle traceability and impact analysis. You capture the requirements. You can link your design factors, your wireframes to a particular given requirement. It could be business requirement or it could be agile user story for that matter. If you're following Scrum practices, it could be a user story. You can link your test cases, change sets, code base, and the build. Any change in the requirement that happens, immediately all your assets, all your stakeholders gets notified saying that, okay, hey, there is a change in the requirement. It's going to have an impact on these set of test cases, these set of source code, because all these are based on a particular requirement. So having these kind of features, and which is a completely web-based, so, it doesn't matter whether you're working from home, you are traveling, you are on-site, all those things. So you'll be able to manage the changes to the given requirement, because requirements being volatile, it becomes very crucial for organizations and the teams to manage those changes to the requirements. So naturally, because of these kind of automation in place, having the process driving your mobile application delivery reduces the cost and improves the quality, and make sure that brings all the stakeholders onto the same page. See, one thing, unique factor which we are looking at, this particular platform is targeted towards agile practices and agile teams, specifically in the mobile world I'm talking about. And what it does is it brings huge transparency into the system. I know in the mobile world you can tell that, okay, you can say that, okay, hey, in mobile world it's a smaller iterations and we have 15 to 20 people. It doesn't matter as long as you have the platform and the process driving the most of your tasks, and automation is part of the game. Naturally, it cut down the time, reduces the cost, improves the quality, and in turn help you in terms of deliver the software, have the faster deliverables, which we call as a continuous delivery kind of phenomenon. So now, other aspects, you can see that, okay, in the screenshots, I have a couple of, because in interest of the time, and since I had the limited time factor. You can see a couple of screenshots here. I'm in slide number 13, everyone, where you can see that it's a completely web-based. You can just open up the Firefox browser or Internet Explorer. You can see that your user stories tested by so-and-so test case, and there's a defect associated with that. So you can build this kind of relationship within your software delivery as such. So moving to slide number 14, everyone. So this solution, as I said, this is acts as a one-stop solution for your mobile application development and delivery. It also has got a project planning, agile planning, where you can define what are the user stories. You can define the product backlog, sprint backlog, release planning. You can do release backlog, and what are the user stories? You can assign the user stories. There is a workflow built into the solution. You can assign it to Alex. You can assign it to John. And one differentiating factor in this solution is your project planning is tied to the execution. What do you mean by that? The execution and the project planning. Traditionally, what happens here? You will be using a project management solution, but the execution is happening probably manual process or some other products that you might be using. But whatever you do, new defects coming into your platform, your environment, your infrastructure, you're completing the user stories and the tasks, but that doesn't get reflected to the project plan or the project management that you're using because they are working in silos. You're using a project management solution, probably Excel sheet. Any change happens, new defects getting raised against a requirement, you're completing new user stories, it automatically fills up the sprint backlog saying that, okay, hey, this team working on this has already completed 80% of the work for this given sprint 2. Okay, are there any blockers in terms of the bugs, in terms of the defects? Okay, so immediately it gets reflected. Are there any build failures? Well, what's stopping? What's the impediment in terms of these major releases? So now it provides different kind of dashboard for the stakeholders. Even your clients can be part of this solution. What we are trying to achieve with this kind of mobile application development and delivery model is we are trying to bring huge transparency into the system. Okay, that's been missing in terms of the mobile application development and delivery model. Who is doing what, when and where and why? Okay, how many requirements got submitted? All the stakeholders, the business stakeholder, operations team, development team, client team, they're all sharing, they're coming to the platform and sharing the same vision, same culture in terms of the software development and delivery. So that's been the major differentiating factors and the value proposition what we are looking at. And moving to slide number 15, everyone. And see, these kind of solutions, whatever we are discussing today, these are all very few features that we are discussing today, capabilities of this particular platform. It has got a review process built into the solution. It makes sure that you capture right set of requirements, right set of test cases, the right set of code goes into the your delivery process, your build process. You can have reviewers and approvers. This makes sure that, okay, everybody's on agreed terms, and it prevents the rework. Naturally, it accelerates your mobile application development, okay, and improves the time to market.